you connected?
We're on.
We're on. Yay! Hey there.
It worked again. Amazing.
All right. We're trying to make our clicker work. Hey there, FLOSSTUBE. This is Cathy, the hands-on designer.
And Bill, Mr. HOD.
There you go. So should we do a clink? It's a weird clink. It's careful because this is hot. Coffee clink. It's middle of the afternoon on a Friday, and it's kind of dreary outside, and we're getting ready. And this will make a little more sense as we kind of continue. You just said, you know, given what we're going to talk about, I could really use a cup of coffee, and I was like, oh, I could too.
That sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
So no happy hour, and this is just coffee. Cream in my coffee. Black coffee.
Nothing in my
Anyway, so now hopefully this will wake me up a little bit. So we hope everybody's doing great. We've now passed into the month of February, so the 567 days of January are done. Yay! That was like the longest month ever. And it's not just us. I see people talking about it like out there on Instagram and Facebook, and just it's like
the snow and the wind. I mean, the blizzard. We were housebound for 3 days. Yeah. Couldn't leave. A couple days there was a Jeep stuck at the end of the driveway. Fred, neighbor, helps us blade out the driveway every once in a while. He got stuck, and then
anyway,
then I blew up the snowblower. So
I think we talked about that last time.
Probably.
We're repeating ourselves. Anyway, but no, so we're on to February, and February is all things good. All things are good. It's now like the official countdown to market, like it wasn't before. No new things necessarily to show you this time, but we just thought it would be fun to come and just kind of play catch up. So it's not so long in between floss tubes, and then they're just not like forever and ever. But anyway, so I've been busy kind of wrapping up the new charts and photography, all the graphics, the printing, putting the charts together, stitching. Yes, I am still stitching. Not things that are coming out at market, but like I have some series that we're going to be kicking off. And I am one of those weirdos who I just like them to be all just a weirdo.
That's part of your design process. Yeah. When you design a series, I mean, how...
It's so much easier to do it right then. It's hard to go back into it because your mindset is there, you know, of colors or styles, or, you know, there's just those little rules, those little weird, see here I'm with weird, I'm definitely a weirdo. There's those little rules that I make up in my brain that nobody else has to adhere to, just me.
We have this conversation quite a bit. So, well, I can't do that. I'm like, there are no rules. Yeah, there are.
Yeah. I was having a discussion with another designer last night. We were kind of texting back and forth, and she said something to me about, oh, cool, that's like an industry standards. And I said, there are no industry. This industry has no standards. It was a good laugh. Anyway, so while I've been doing that, there's 7 new shelves sitting over there. You can't see them. They just actually got delivered. So you've been busy. We're finally getting the last bits of the inventory room redone, so we're not tripping over boxes and each other and everything.
And shelves are not collapsing.
So we're getting 8 total brand new shelves to hold all the boxes and all that good stuff. So because I don't know if you were with us when we talked. Oh, it's been over a year now. One of the shelves collapsed in the middle of the night about 4 a.m.
It's quite the noise.
It was. Yeah. And just thank goodness nobody was standing underneath it. So no flamingos were harmed in the accident. But you have also been, as we talked about last time, getting more of our older titles, older series up onto the website on PDF. And you have another one up. You have a lot more up, but we're going to talk about the coffee series called Cool Beans. And I always used to say Cool Beans, and then I kind of discovered, like with the advent of like hashtags and social media memes and everything, that Cool Beans makes me sound old. Well, I guess I'm old, so I don't know. Cool Beans?
Well, that makes me really old because I'm a little older than you are, so yeah.
Anyway, I feel like I just slurped to that. Sorry for the slurp. But anyway, so the series is called...
Get you a straw.
I know. The series is called Cool Beans, and it came out, do we know when that came out? It was like 2016, 2017, something like that.
Yes.
Something like that. Yeah. We're going to go with that. Anyway, it was a fun little 9-part series. We released it starting at Nashville, and there were, I think we brought out 3 at a time, and I don't even remember the order, but so we're just going to share them. So we'll just do a little old-fashioned whip. They're all framed. Do you want to start with this one? They're all coffee themed. Cool Beans is a series. So this is a whole lot to love. I love. This is actually not the first one I designed in the series, but it's the first one I envisioned when I did the series. Yeah. So again, all of these should be available through your local and online shop, as well as our website, and only on PDF on our website now. So, and I didn't, you want to show them the back? I didn't.
They're available in hard
copy too. Yes. I did not. Okay, I did not finish the back, but you can see I do lace. Yeah. So the fabric is 32 count, picture this plus oaken, and everything's in DMC. And this is kind of a series where I created one cohesive color palette. So if my colors are not your colors, you are welcome. It's going to be easy to change the colors and have it go like across the series for you. And then coffee, hug in a cup.
And the frames are still available.
Yes, you can still, these are Eastside Moldings frames, although is it still called Eastside Moldings? It's changed owners a couple times since I started working with them. You could even do like, well, there's so many options for finishing. And you go to your big box craft stores and there's like a coffee section of like fun frames and whatnot. So coffee, a hug in a cup. It's 7 a.m. somewhere, and I do give other numbers. So if your 7 a.m. is really 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. or whatever, so you can customize that. And what's kind of fun about these is that I did do a frame, like a large framework, a border. So if you want to, if you want to stitch them all together, and I have seen people do that, there is somebody, oh gosh, I can't remember her name now. She is on Instagram, and she must put the project in timeout every once in a while. She's doing it all together, all over one on 25 count. It's looking adorable. She posts it every once in a while. So this is Coffee and Friends. I don't know. I just thought these would be good if you didn't want to do them all. They would be good, like just to give as a friend, a housewarming, put it in your coffee spot on your table. I was remembering before, as I was sitting here waiting for you while you went upstairs to make the coffee for us. Do you remember what happened to these right before we were at market?
I do.
We were trying to figure out how we were going to do the display for market, because I had all 9 coming to market. And our market setup, typically, we still had the big white panels then, didn't we?
The artist canvases.
No, artist canvases, okay. And we were looking for some fabric to drape. So you'll notice some of these have like a ribbon on them. This is Cuppa Cuppa. And I have another story about that one too. They have ribbons on them because we were hanging them by ribbons, which is also a really cute way to display them in your house too. Just find a fun ribbon.
This one's actually finished on them.
Yep. Some of them are. Some of them aren't. Depends on where they came out in the order and how quickly I was moving through them. But you and I were searching for fabric, and we don't have a lot of fabric. Let's say you can hold it down a second. We don't have like a lot of fabric stores here in town. We have like a really great quilt shop. I have actually 2 quilt shops pretty close. And, but we didn't, I didn't want quilt shop fabric for market. No. You know, you don't need the good stuff for that. But, so we were traveling to our youngest son's tennis tournament, and they had a Joann Fabrics there. So in between his matches, we ran out to Joann Fabrics. I did not have these all in their frames yet. It was just the loose, because I had gotten them back from the stitchers. Tracy and Judy were the stitchers for these. And I had stuck them in a project bag and carried them with us, because I knew we were going to have an opportunity to go to a Joann Fabrics. And so we go, and I think we got fabric, or we got something. And so we're in the checkout line, and I put my project bag down and promptly left Joann Fabrics without my project bag, with all 9 pieces stitched inside the project bag.
Like 3 weeks before market?
Yeah. And so we leave Joann Fabrics. I'm like, la-di-da, all is right in the world. And we go off to his second match. And I don't know what made me think.
We were headed out of town that evening. Because it was
it was like he had one more match and then we were going to go home.
Yeah.
And it was just like, wait a minute. It's like, do you ever just get those, like, I had this flash of like, I don't remember picking up my project bag. And I think I made you go out to the car. And this is, of course, dark in the middle of Iowa in the dead of winter. I made you go out to the car and you're like, it's not there.
It's not there.
So I had to call the Joann Fabrics and you know, oh my gosh, I was in a full blown flop sweat panic. And I had them in a beachy project bag. Because I said, you know, did anybody get this? You know, and thank goodness they had it. And she goes, yep, we have it under the counter up front. And I'm like, what time are you open? I'm like, Christopher, play fast. Win quickly. Yeah. So then we could go back by the Joann Fabrics. Yeah. And it seems to me that we had to go, like, basically we were kind of taking steps backward to go to the Joann Fabrics and then heading out of town. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, those little things that you just... you know, don't think about. Oh, and that Cuppa, I was kind of searching around for ideas. This one was kind of a tribute to my friend Cecile from Just Another Button Company, because we were coming up, we were like talking about all kinds of fun coffee sayings, and she was like, how about Cuppa? So I was like, yes, ma'am, I can do that. You just never know when what you say get worked into a cross-stitch chart. I know, it gets memorialized. Anyway, this is Rise and Grind. I love this one. I don't know. This was probably one of my favorite ones. Because I like saying, I will rise, but I refuse to shine. This is Rise and Grind.
No comment.
Yeah. And then we have the last three. Okay, and you know what happened? Go your own way. Because it's a to-go. They're all to-go cups. I was hoping everybody got my humor on these. This was the start of when I'm thinking... maybe not everybody got my humor. But, you know, go your own way. It's to-go cups, you know?
Well, I always hear the Fleetwood Mac song.
Okay, so, but wait, before you go. So, this was among the first releases. Yeah. And I think a couple others are this one too, are very much like songs. And so... somebody commented when I was showing them for all my market releases. I can't remember which, maybe it was A Whole Lot to Love, like A Whole Lot to Love. I don't know, whatever. But they said, oh my gosh, it's a coffee series based on song lyrics. And I was like, that's a really cool idea, but no, it's not. I thought, man, people are going to be horribly disappointed. And my cups runneth over. I don't know. Have you ever experienced that with your Keurig? I have.
I almost experienced that with
5 minutes ago.
with no cup the other day. I started it, put the thing in, started it, and listened to it, and I looked down and there's no cup, and I'm like, uh-oh.
So then one more. This is how we brew it. So yeah, French press, single, or a pot on the stove kind of coffee drinker. I don't know. It's not for the song. I didn't pay the licensing fees. It's not what it is.
Not at all.
So anyway, so that's our Cool Beans series. And I also remember what was fun about this one is Christopher was home for break one time, and sorry, I'm squeaking on the back there. Like most college kids, he needed some spending money. And I'm like, well, I have a job for you. And he was taking a photography class. And so I made him take all the pictures, all the promo shots. And he did some video work for me then. And painted some stuff. And so that was kind of fun. He still does stuff for me. Probably still needs money. I don't know. But he's a grown up. He can handle it. Anyway, so Cool Beans, and there is a complimentary design that says Cool Beans, and that I believe is available on the website. If not, we'll have to make sure it's there. Go on those product pages, and I will link the product pages below. And again, of course, the grid, the border, if you want to do them all together. And even if you just want to put a border around one of them, just to kind of make it a slightly larger piece. What would you say those are about? Do I have a ruler handy?
4x4 or 5x5?
Yeah, something like that. Do we have a... There's only 50 million rulers in here, and I don't have one in arm's reach. Can you believe it?
The frame is 6.5 by 6.5.
Oh, 6.5 by 6.5. So a little bit bigger than I thought, but still a cute little size. And like I said, DMC on Picture This Plus Oaken. I'm pretty sure she still makes that color, but it's just a good neutral. So if you want to choose to do something different, I would just make sure you use a fabric that you make sure the white pops. So
and the fabric size on the inside is 5x5.
Okay, perfect. All right, nice. Okay, so that's so again now available by PDF and hard copy.
And hard copy on the website.
Yep.
And shops.
And shops as well.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like I need to do I feel like I need to talk about my website all the time because people say I don't see it on your website. So if you go to the website there and you do like either, depending on if you're on a mobile device or desktop, go to the 3 lines, drop down menus, and there's, shop. That's where you see the full catalog. And you can see what's new, or you can see the full catalog. And then if you click on the full catalog, you do need to click one more time to see the full catalog, but then we also break things down by category.
Holidays,
holidays or pincushions or chalk or, that kind of thing. So, and then you just have to kind of scroll. So I think it's pretty easy to navigate. You just kind of have to.
And there's a search bar all the way at the bottom.
Yep. It is not the most convenient search bar. I'm sorry, but I don't know. One of these years we're
working on that one.
Yeah. So February also means.
Let's get the storage room done first.
Or
the inventory room.
One thing at a time.
Yep.
So February also means our anniversary.
It's my birthday? Oh, sorry.
And it is your birthday.
Yeah, okay.
It's a big one this year.
Yeah. Thanks for that. I'll go get my cane.
It is for me too. So I don't know. It's just after yours. But anyway, so
the disrespect.
I know, you'll get me back later. So if you've been following us for a couple years, then this is the time of year. It's our anniversary. You also know we're just weird. But I started this 12 years ago?
I think that's what we figured.
I think this is the 12th year. Yeah. Okay, so we are coming up on number 36. Anniversary. But 12 years ago, we were in, it all started actually in that little shop in, what's the school in the middle, Christopher wanted to go to?
Wartburg?
Wartburg, yes, thank you.
Shop's in Waverly.
Yes, the shop is in Waverly. And we were visiting Wartburg. Christopher really was looking there. He was being recruited there for tennis and didn't end up going there. But we were doing it was the college visit time. And that just seems like yesterday and a long time ago. And we popped into the fabric store. And I was like really super excited because I thought, gosh, if he goes to college here when we come to visit,
the needle workshop.
The needle workshop. I can go visit the needle workshop. Anyway, but when I was in there, she had some really pretty, just this real pretty fabric. It was an R&R fabric. Don't know the color. Pretty sure I don't think they make it anymore. But I fell in love with the color. And I don't know what even made me start thinking about it, but it was close. I needed something for an anniversary gift. And I guess maybe I was panicking because I didn't know, what I was going to get you. And so I thought, well, gosh, why don't I just design you something? And so I did this Love You More. And there's a little story about why it looks so bad. I posted about it on social media. So we've been having fun with this one over the years. Because, yeah, it's long and narrow. It's...
Once again...
It's just a long skinny pillow, and I thought it's mine. I don't have to make anybody happy other than me and you with this. And I fell in love with the fabric. I'm going to admit, I think this is probably faded a little over the years.
It's been out a lot.
Because it's been out a lot and in sunlight and whatnot.
And that's what it's meant for.
Exactly. And there have been times when, like, if I've had to leave town, I'll put it on your pillow, you know. But so I gave this to you as a gift, and then I shared it and I offered the chart to stitchers for free for our anniversary. So it's meant to be an anniversary stitch, although since our anniversary falls a week before Valentine's, I think it also doubles nicely as a little Valentine stitch. So I started that 12 years ago. The reason why it's got this lovely stain, this is hand-dyed fabrics, but it wasn't most supposed to have this. I tuck these away in a drawer when they're not on display. And then this year, this is just sort of, I don't know, this is gonna be just one of those things. It's like just typical of the last year in January. I put it out and I put it on display and I was watering the plants. And what I didn't realize is I overfilled the plant a little bit and the water sort of spilled out. And this was leaning up against it and it soaked up the water. And I remember it was early in the morning when I saw it. I mean, this was just a week or two ago. And I thought for sure, like, oh, one of the cats threw up on it. How did they? And then I was like, well, wait a minute, how'd they get up there? Because they're old, they're not getting up there. And so, so it has dried and I am stuck with that. And it makes me sad. But then on the other hand, I'm like, I don't know. It's well used. It's part of life, you know. It's just kind of, you can choose to be bummed and look at the sad part of it, or you could go, we've had this for a long time, and I don't know. Anyway, I'm going on too much about this, but anyway, so this started year one, and then the next year, so many people liked it, and they're like, "Oh, you gonna do it again? You gonna do it again?" And then, okay, I don't remember the order, but I'll see if I can try and remember the order a little bit. So, because I put them out for display every year. And so this year I didn't know what to do with all of them. So I put a bunch in this jar. So it was, a fun display idea. So, okay, the round and that one are not part of this. I have a couple other Valentine stitches in here too. Oop, that one is. So I'm pretty sure, I think this was the next year. My heart leaps up. And this is filled with ground walnut shells. And I had these cute little made with love, and mine needs to be polished, charms. And I had the bright idea to say, because I don't know how many I had, but I had quite a few. And I welcomed people to send me a self-addressed stamped envelope. And they would get, until then supplies ran out, they would get a charm. It was so much fun for us. People included little letters and just to see where all the letters came from. And so that was kind of fun. And it took a while for us to get through. But anyway, so My Heart Leaps Up is the next one. And I thought this is a fun way for me to experiment with finishes. And like I said, this one's got ground walnut shells in it. So it's kind of, you know, and it's Weeks Dye Works wool. And I just did a fun little, you know, rickrack finish and whatever. Just, you know, it was just a fun way to, anyway. I don't even know what that fabric is. It's probably, oftentimes on these, I don't tell you what I stitched it with because I want you to go. It's a great way to stitch your stash or, you know, whatever. So, and then this one, You Bring Peace to My Heart. How I come up with the sayings each year, sometimes something just clicks during the year. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, they come easier than others just because, and I think this one, I was actually sitting with a group of friends, and she was talking about something that was stitching friends. And she said the words, you know, it brings peace to my heart. And I went, huh, I really like that saying. And with that one, I had these cute little hearts, the wool felt hearts. I had the rickrack in my own stash, but I had a bunch of the wool felt hearts. So I did the same thing. You sent me a self-addressed stamped envelope for the heart, and I sent one back to you until I was out. And it was so much, again, and people by this time caught on, and like we got way more mail from it. Even the mailman was like, what's going on, you know? And then, I don't know, it was a lot of fun. So I think maybe was this one next, do you think? Or was this one next?
I think this one was.
Okay. I don't know. We're going to go off year here.
We're guessing.
And then this one, it's just simple. Be Mine. This is a little chenille from Lady Dot. And then I had this cute little pin set from Just Another Button Company, just to embellish. With these, I just tend to, I really have fun experimenting with color, maybe try and sometimes go outside my box for what I might do as a release. I don't know why I just don't do that with releases sometimes, but this is probably the most popular, the Love. And with this, we had buttons. We did I think this might be that's the last one. This was also a huge year. I did the self-addressed stamped envelope for the 2 heart buttons. Those came from my friends at Just a Button Company, but they were a little too bright, so I coffee bathed them. And yeah, it was like, and then I loved this fabric on the back because it's like, it says, it's kind of like love sayings and like little written word. And this was probably the one that like, I think I turned around the quickest. I was away at a retreat and I knew because by this time now, this was by like the 4th or 5th year of doing this. And usually like in January, I start getting emails from people. Are you going to do another one?
Yeah.
Yes. Give me some time.
Maybe.
And so this was like, honestly, this just happened. I mean, literally like, oh, I need to do this. I sat down and probably got it turned around in about 24 hours. Yeah. So it doesn't all happen that way. But yeah, this is, I would have to say, is probably the most popular one that I have seen people restitch. And you just never know like what the theme is going to be. Sometimes it's from how, like, what's happening to us in that year. And this one, it's with You, I Am Home. And that's the year we built the house. So I did that one. That is the last time we did like giving away anything. That was the little blue button on the bottom. And then of course I stuck the little, it's a pin, Just Another Button Company pin at the top.
I'm gonna knock that jar off this table.
And so I shaped it like a house just because, you know, I don't know. I experiment with it. I experiment with finishes, and you know, like I said, sometimes I do things because it's like this is it's hard sometimes because I always think, oh, what are people going to want to see? But then it's like, but wait a minute, this is from me to you, and I have to remember that. And
it's helpful to remember that.
Yeah. So this was a fun one, meant to be, and I shaped it like. This was the most tedious one so far because of the finish and all the little rickrack. So just a fun little pillow. You should have known Hexies were coming. So that's a fun one. Then this one, I did heart-shaped. I love the back on this one. I just covered it with, I don't know what I was thinking. It's like, hey, if one Daisy's good, 15 or better.
Why not?
Love is Kind. I love this finish. Love is Kind is from the scripture that was we had at our wedding. So that's why I did that year. Then yeah, that one. And this one, I loved I had a thing for the Just Another Button Company buttons at that point. And just the colors, you know, maybe a little non-traditional, but love you. So, and that was, with that one, that was Lady Dot, hand-dyed Austenberg on the back, and that was a Weeks Dye Works, I think, red pear, and then, of course, the Just Another Button Company buttons. This was last year's Love You Too. So we had Love You Too. And I just, the inspiration for this one, believe it or not, and I talk about it in the blog post, was the fabric. It's a kind of a homespun plaid. I got it at Hobby Lobby. They do not have it this year. I looked. I just saw that, because normally homespun, it's like a small plaid, but this was just this big giant plaid. And I was just like, oh, I really like it. And immediately I saw having it on point, and then straight, you know, with the grain on the back and then on point on the front. And I just loved the Love You Too. And this was also scripture. I was at a friend's shop up in Beresford. She has unfortunately since closed her shop. She had a little soap company, and she had Wear Love Everywhere You Go on a little sign in her store. And I said, can I take a picture of that? Because I loved the saying, and I thought, well, I'll take a picture of it, I will forget it. So that one actually probably got done the soonest of any of these. This one was probably done months ahead of time. Normally I'm coming in hot with these, but anyway, so each one is, just wait. So just give a little background. Okay, so I would send a newsletter with a link, and it's on a blog post. And I usually write some kind of little information about it and try and be cute and funny. So hopefully you go back and maybe read those, because I think they're kind of fun. But then last year, one that you've seen so far, I combined them all into one blog post. So you just scroll down, the pictures there, and then the link below it. I am out of anything that you could send a self-addressed stamped envelope for. So don't send those, all the little extra buttons and whatnot. But yeah, I do one each year. And it's kind of my gift to you, but it's also a gift for you. And it's to help us, I don't know, celebrate. And so yesterday I dropped this year's, and it was Let Love Grow. So I had, if you saw my post yesterday, and I sent out in the email. So Let Love Grow. It's just, I was like, what am I going to say about this? And thank you. And it was, I don't know. I liked this saying, but I wasn't exactly sure how it was going to come out. With these, I sort of never know. I try and like find an influence from like something that happened the last year or whatever. So in this case, our family grew last year. Our youngest son and his wife got married, so our family grew by one. Actually, she has a lovely family, so I think it grew by way more than just one.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And because the club that I did last year had a lot of over one stitching, I wanted to do a little bit of over one. I did do an over two version, so if you're not like Cathy, I just can't do the over one thread, or if you want to stitch it on Ada, there is an over two version. So you can go to the website, see the most recent blog post. And of course I finished it round. I mean, I feel like I've been finishing everything round lately. I'm on a round kick. So
there might be some more round coming.
There is, but this is for you. So
I appreciate it. I always appreciate it. I think they're really nice.
I did want to tell people, the color linen is a 32 count terracotta. I really like the color. It's not red, it's terracotta. I mean, it's going to be kind of hard to tell in this light. I did use DMC.
Who's it by?
This is a Zweigert linen. So I just wanted to try it because I just really, for some reason this year, I wanted just nice soft colors.
It turned out really nice. I like it.
Yeah. And I did just a sweet little print on the back, and then on the edge, I added just like a little twill ribbon, and I hand stitched that on and kind of made, it's hard to see because I did it tonally, but go to the website on the blog, you can see some better pictures.
And it kind of walks you through how you did it.
Yep. Yeah. And then that's one of my grandma's hat pins, holding the bow on. So years ago, I got her dresser set of her hairbrush, her mirror, a little jar that had like her little knickknacks and whatnot. And inside it had just, little knickknacks, and it had some of her hat pins. Yeah. So I think those are kind of cool to use. Anyway, so that's this year's. So yay! So 12 of those, and now our anniversary, and thank you for all of the anniversary wishes online. Anniversary is actually on Tuesday.
Right? It is Tuesday. Yep. Yes, it is. I had to do math there for a second. Yeah.
Usually,
first I had to figure out what day today was.
I know, man. Today's Groundhog Day.
Again.
He tried that joke on me this morning, and I was like, what?
Wait, was it already yesterday?
And I'm like, was it yesterday?
Yeah. Oh.
Anyway.
More coffee.
So it's Groundhog Day. Here's your official anniversary gift.
Mm-hmm.
Did you design something for me this year?
I'm going to refuse to answer that question because I'll get myself in trouble.
Okay. So before we end, I just feel like,
she has a typed list.
We just kind of need to have a little employee review. Because first of all, I would like to say congratulations to you, Mr. Haberman. You have officially...
For persevering to make it through a year. Oh, sorry, I interrupted you.
So it's been a year since you have officially joined Hands-On Design full-time.
Yes, it is.
Walked away from your other job of 29 years.
Yeah.
And we told everybody he retired. Although you didn't officially retire. That was not the intent. It was just easier to say he was retiring because I don't know. It was just easier.
Helping run a cross-stitch design business takes a bit of explaining.
Yeah. So anyway, so it was just easier for, to tell a bunch of truck drivers that you were retiring. So congratulations, Mr. Haberman. If y'all don't mind, we're just going to take a few minutes to hold an employee review. And I've never done one of these before. So when I was with my friends last weekend, I think I told people I went to Stitchery Nook last weekend. It's in Osage, Iowa. If you ever get there, get there. They have a lovely shop. Liz has a lovely shop. And upstairs, they have a retreat center. Awesome retreat center. So grab some friends, get on the books, and schedule a little retreat. So we do this every year at the end of January. We've been doing it for quite a few years now.
Yeah.
My local stitching friends and I go over there. And darn it, we've never gotten snowed in, although they told us that, we could definitely have it longer if we did get snowed in. And we all pack extra clothes, but, it's not happened yet. So when I was over there, I asked my friends, because I knew a lot of them have done employee reviews before. I said, well, I don't know how to do this. So they shot me all kinds of questions that were great to ask for your annual review here. Okay.
Now, see, this is different because when I did annual reviews, I had to fill out the annual review for the employee I was reviewing. But that's not how this is going to work, is it?
Okay.
Okay, then.
All right. So I'm going to read a little bit. Okay. So let's just, think about the past year here at Hands-On Design. Mm-hmm. What is the best quality that you like about your job?
Best quality about my job?
Well, okay. I had what is the best thing, but you know how me and I hate the word thing. Yeah. So what is the best thing that you like about your job? And we are on something of a time crunch, so,
I like working with you.
Okay. That's good.
The commute is short.
I have to. I'm making notes here, because we have to figure this into your raise later. So, okay. Commute. Likes boss. Okay. All right. And I did not come up with these questions. What about your job could be improved? Remember, I'm impartial here.
Yeah. I don't know.
You could go the truly political answer. Go, not a thing.
We could work less hours.
Okay, there you go.
To be honest, yeah.
Yeah. Less hours.
We could take a vacation.
There you go. Okay. What tools do you need to help you do your job better? Can you tell I was asking a bunch of bankers and people in HR? Well, I got you the beer fridge.
That helps. But it just contains bottled water.
Bigger beer fridge. actual beer in the fridge.
Beer in the fridge. That's probably a good one.
Do you feel properly represented in the company? Only guy.
Yes. I'm on an island.
Okay. How do you rate your job performance this past year?
I think it's been pretty good.
I would concur.
I think I've done okay. We've gotten a lot done. Good. There's always more to do, but.
Amen. Okay. One goal for yourself within the company during this coming year.
It may sound weird. Work less.
That's
both of us.
Okay. Then, of course, we have the ever ubiquitous, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Probably about 20 feet that way, sitting at my desk.
See, you let me down, babe. I thought for sure you were going to go on a beach.
Yeah.
Okay, these were some of the questions that did not make the cut, but they said I needed to ask. Rate your boss or coworkers on a scale of 1 to 10.
My boss is great. The cats have got to go.
Yeah. No, they don't.
They are the most annoying coworkers.
Shush.
What?
The cats are not, well, okay, a little bit annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, suggestions for HR. I'm HR.
You said this was limited time, wasn't it?
Okay. Do you have these were questions they said I should ask, but I said no. They kind of got the boot. Do you have a best friend at work?
Most days.
Okay. Do you have aspirations in the management area of the company? I was like, what? He is the company.
Wait, I thought I was there already. Or are you just faking me out?
Well, okay. All right.
She's writing a severance check.
All right. Okay, great first year. Needs a raise. Okay, go take that to the accountant.
Okay. I'll do that.
Anyway, all right. Sorry, that was kind of goofy. So thanks for participating. And and if you all feel like, because I know a few of you have been talking with Mr. HOD over this past year, so if you feel like you should weigh in on this annual review as well, please feel free to send an email or write a comment below.
In all seriousness, it's been a great year, and I've always, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, is because like going to market. I've told you for years, it's my favorite thing to do. There's great friends there, great people. And I handle a lot of the customer service emails now. So I get to talk to all kinds of people every day. Well, not talk, email. And I don't think I've, and no matter how hard you try, you always have customer service issues. Yep. But everybody always has such a great attitude, and I've never really had anybody be out of hand, myself including. And we've always been able to work things out. It always turns out well, and it's just nice. It's very positive, which is a great thing. So I do appreciate it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Our chair. If you hear squeaking, our chairs keep going against each other.
Well, you always say you got to sit closer to me.
I know. Anyway, before we close, one final thing. So thanks for sticking with us. We will have sneak peeks coming soon. In fact, probably not sneak peeks, but our next FLOSSTUBE probably will be market releases. So,
and you put a sneak peek out today?
I did.
That's a market release.
I did. So you'll be seeing some more of those here coming soon from me. And let's see what else. Oh, next Sunday is the superb owl stitch-in. So I hope everybody's excited about that. I know I've heard from some people that say they've got their floss, they've got their linen, they're good to go. If you have any questions about it, just Steph and I are going to go live this coming Monday night, February 5th. We're gonna go, I think, what do we say, 7 to 7:30 Eastern Standard Time on Instagram first. So if you follow me, when you come into Instagram, it'll say Hands-On Design is live right now. And Steph and I will be on there. Then we're going to be there for about a half an hour. And then we're going to go over to Facebook from 8 to 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. And in the HOD Stitchers group, we're going to go live. So to see us there, you do have to be a member of the HOD Stitchers group, which that must be why we've been getting a bunch of new members.
Have we?
Yes.
Oh, good.
It's a fun group. So if you're on Facebook and you want just, we keep everything light and positive and not negative. And it's all, basically share your HOD stitches, questions, that kind of thing. We just keep it to hands-on designs. But it's a fun group. So we're going to go in there and answer questions you might have. Word has it, we might be showing a sneak peek of the actual pieces. You only, up till now, have only seen the sneak peeks if you actually, or I should say the sneak beaks, keeping with the owl theme of the event, the superb owl stitch-in. You've seen the sneak beaks if you sign up. So this way, it might just be that thing that says, yeah, I do need to sign up. It's a virtual event. There is no shopping mall. It's like Jingle Ball in that it's the same platform. And so if you were at Jingle Ball and you're used to doing that, you got no problem here. You'll be able to get in an hour ahead of time. Nothing will be available for you at that point, but just kind of get in, get comfortable with the platform. We'll be doing speed dating. We'll be doing stitching tables. There's a whole schedule of talks, presentations. Let's see, Steph and I will show first. We'll do the big reveal of our pieces. You'll be able to download those within the platform. We'll talk about those. Talk about our snacks and our recipes, do a comparison of what are you snacking on during the superb owl stitch-in. And then we're going to have another time period where you can get finishing advice, like the finishing doctor is in, and you'll be able to kind of show us something that you would like, maybe some suggestions on how to do finishing. And we're just going to kind of just generally answer questions about finishing if you've got them. So think about those questions, write them down ahead of time, be prepared. We're also going to have a section, and so every hour there's going to be some kind of an entertainment, or not really entertainment, but just some live interaction.
And you can participate in that, or just stay at a stitching table.
Stay at a stitching table. You don't have to come see us. If you're an aspiring designer, Steph and I are going to do a little forum where you'll be able to ask questions and we will answer the questions. I predict that one's going to be kind of a lively little forum. Yeah. So she may or may not be putting out there an opportunity for you to pre-submit your questions, kind of thing. And then and so we're just going to give some advice. I look forward to that. And then what's the final one? The Bill versus Jason's Smackdown. We're going to end with that. So we're going to test your guys' knowledge of
stitching trivia.
Trivia. See how well you actually know the needlework industry.
I keep joking. We were talking last week, and I keep telling Jason, it's the final question, and it's tied 0-0. We'll see how this works out.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
It'll be a lot of fun.
So it's just one evening. There's no shopping mall. There's no something extra to buy. It's
very low key.
It's very low key. Just a lot of fun hanging out and stitching with friends. And you're going to get 2 exclusive charts out of it. One from me, one from Lindy Stitches. They're owl themed. And I can't wait to show mine. I love it. I love mine. I love Steph's too, but I really love mine. Yeah. So anyway, so come join us, hopefully live on Monday night. We'll answer more questions. And and other than that, we'll see you at the superb owl stitch-in. And so I think that's it. We got coffee series. We've got all the Valentines. Go to my blog, go to the website, print your charts, and have a lot of fun with them. So I look forward to, somebody did actually already, as of last night, she didn't have it finished, but she had it stitched. These are very quick stitches, but she did the over 2 version because she did Ada, but she did the whole thing. I was like, Wow.
Yeah.
I know the design goes quickly, but those are some fast needles. So
Yeah.
very cool. I love seeing that. Anyway, so in the meantime, enjoy the stitch and we'll see you next time.
Sounds good.
Need more coffee.
Mm-hmm.